Hi everybody, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. Today what we're going to do is get started with a warm-up followed by our swings. Then we're going to get into some strength work for the upper body followed by WOD with sit-ups, double unders, and burpees. So first, with the warm-up guys, we're going to go 40 seconds on, 20-second transition, one round. We've got 8 movements. All 8 of these are going to help warm you up for what's to come. For the rest of the program. So the first thing we're going to start off with is 40 seconds of jump rope. You can do single unders, double unders. If you don't have a rope, you can substitute penguin claps. Remember for the penguin claps, we're going to jump really high up in the air and then clap our hips 2 times while we're in air. So it's going to look like this. So I'm bouncing on the balls of my feet, jumping really high, clapping 2 times. After that, we're going to go into sit-ups. So if you have your ab mat, go ahead and grab that. We're going to have our feet butterfly. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Go back, touch the shoulders, come up, touch in front of the toes. Use the arms as leverage to help pull you up out of that sit-up. Our next movement is going to be our up-down. So for this, it's just like a burpee, except we're not going to have the chest touch, and we're not going to jump and clap. So I'm going to go down, kick my feet back, kick them forward, stand from the side. So I'm just staying in that nice plank position and then jumping forward and standing. Next one is going to be a flow. So if you have either a dumbbell or a kettlebell, either one is fine. We're just going to use one. For the beginning of the flow, you will have to deadlift the weight, but you won't have to do that as you get into the flow. So what I'm going to do is hold the dumbbell like so. So I'm going to deadlift up to my waist. I'm going to go to my hinge. I'm going to row to my chest. And then I'll stand, bicep curl, overhead press, and then tricep extension. And then I'll just bring it down to my hinge and then go back through my row, stand, curl, press, tricep extension. And then when you're all done, you can just put the weight down on the ground. Next what we're going to do is either single dumbbell or kettlebell jumping jacks. If you don't have a light weight, then just do regular jumping jacks. But if you have a weight, what I want you to do is hold it like this. Feet are going to be together. As my feet go out, I'm going to press the weight overhead. Next, we're going to go back to our sit-ups. If you have a weight, feel free to go ahead and hold that. You can take it over the head and then help it, use it as leverage to help pull you up into that sit-up. If you don't have a weight or don't want to use a weight, just perform regular sit-ups. Next, we're going to do our burpees. So in this movement, I am going to have my chest touch, and I am going to jump and clap at the top. So I'm going to kick my feet back, chest and thighs touch, jump, and clap at the top. And then lastly, you're going to go through that same flow again with either your single dumbbell or kettlebell. Again, you only have to deadlift it once, and then just go through the row to the curl to the press to the tricep extension. After you finish your warm-up, we're going to go into our 50 unbroken Russian kettlebell swings, or if you have a dumbbell swings. Remember, the weight's always going to start a few inches in front of the toes. I'm going to pull my shoulders down and back and push my butt back. So this is my starting position. Bell starts on the ground always. We're going to hike, squeeze the butt at the top. I'm actively pushing my feet into the ground, squeezing my butt, and then a half swing back down to the ground where it started. Okay. So after you finish your 50 there, we're going to go into our strength piece. So for this, guys, we've got 4 movements. Okay, it's basically the same movements you did in your flow. The way this is going to work, it's 4 quality. You're going to do 25 reps of each of the 4 movements, then 20 reps, then 15, 10, 5. Okay? If that's too much volume, then just start here at 20, 15, 10, 5. Okay? We're going to go Bentover Rows to bicep curls to overhead presses to tricep extensions. We have a lot of options here in terms of how we can provide some variety. So for one, we can either use double dumbbells or kettlebells or just one. We could also do alternating arms. So especially if you have a lighter weight, If you're doing alternating arms, just make sure that the reps are per arm. So you're gonna do 25 on the right arm, 25 on the left arm, and then 20 and 20, 15, 15, etc. The other thing we can play around with is our hand position. So especially on those rows, we can have an underhand grip, an overhand grip, or a neutral grip. Okay, so I leave it up to you. You can also mix it up if you want to each round. For the Bentover Rows, I'll demo with 2 dumbbells and then 1. So for this, guys, you're going to deadlift it up to your waist, you're going to bend over, and then you're going to row to the chest. Okay. If you're just using 1 dumbbell, then I would recommend holding it like so, and then rowing. You could also alternate your rows, but again, make sure that you're getting in 25 total reps per arm. For the bicep curls, you're going to deadlift up to the waist, and then we're going to curl up to the chest. So we can go alternating, so 1, 1, all the way to 25, or 1, 2, etc. So those are regular bicep curls. You could also do a hammer curl, where your hand is neutral, that's fine. If you're using just 1 weight, then I would hold like so and curl to the chest. For our overhead presses, again, we can go both hands at the same time, or if you want to alternate, again, just make sure you're doing total number of reps per side. If you have 1 dumbbell, just like we did in our flow, you'll hold here and press. And then for the tricep extensions, this is going to be the hardest movement. So again, it just depends on if you have light dumbbells where you can hold here and then press out overhead. Most people, though, will likely switch to 1 dumbbell or kettlebell. You can hold like this, or you can hold by the top of the head and extend out overhead. Okay, again, we're going for quality here, not speed, not weight, but quality. So after we get through all of that, guys, for our WOD, this should be completed in less than 10 minutes. That is our goal here, finish in under 10 minutes. We've got 50 sit-ups, 100 double unders, 35 sit-ups, 75 double unders, 20 sit-ups, 50 double unders, and the caveat here, guys, is every minute on the minute, we're going to perform 5 burpees, and you're going to start with the burpees, okay? So modifications. If 5 is taking too long, reduce that number of burpees down to 3, okay, so that gives you plenty of time to work through the other movements. This is important, guys. Depending on how adept you are at double unders, I would say that if you can do 50 unbroken double unders, then go ahead and perform as it's prescribed. If you can only do 25 unbroken, like consistently, then I would suggest reducing the number of double unders to 75, 50, 25. And then if you're more in the 10 unbroken rep range for those double unders, I would reduce the reps to 50, 30, 10. What we don't want to happen is for you to just spend the majority of your time on the double unders and not get to the sit-ups, or every minute you're doing burpees and then just trying your best to do some double unders, and before you know it, it's 20 minutes and you've missed the point of the workout, okay? You can also substitute penguin claps if you don't have a jump rope, or if your double unders just aren't there yet. And then for the sit-ups, guys, you can anchor your feet if you need to make them a little bit easier, or if you want to make them a little bit harder, you can add weight and do weighted sit-ups. Like I said, 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to perform 5 burpees, and then you're going to go into your first set of 50 sit-ups, okay? When the clock strikes minute 1, you're going to go back to your burpees, and then you'll pick up wherever you left off, okay? And you'll just keep doing that, hopefully finishing under 10 minutes. If it goes over a little bit, just let us know where you could have maybe done a little better, or maybe where you would have modified the workout. Okay, so be sure in the comments below, guys, to record your time and then any modifications you made. As always, guys, move well, good luck, have fun.